Hi, welcome back to the class of literary criticism. Today we are going to learn the term structuralism. Structuralism is the theory of an intellectual movement that embraces a number of different approaches that have some basic ideas in common. Structuralism is an intellectual movement that developed in the France in 1950s and 1960s, in which human culture is analyzed sematically, that is, as a system of science. Although structuralism is basically a movement of thought in human science, it has influenced many disciplines such as philosophy, anthropology, political theory, economics theory, myth studies, and literary criticism. There are many definitions of structuralism by several scholars. Few of them are here. Structuralism is a human science that tries to understand the basic structure that underline all human experiences and behavior. It is generally defined as the internal relationship through which constituent elements of a whole are organized. Structural analysis consists in discovering the significant elements and their orders. Philosopher Simon Blackburn, a structuralist, defined this term as the belief that phenomena of human life are not intelligible except through their interrelations. These relations constitute a structure, and behind local variations in the surface of phenomenon, there are constant laws of abstract structure. I unquote. Structuralism works to uncover the structure that underlie all the things that humans do, think, pursue, and feel. Structuralism is a human science that tries to understand basic structure that underline all human experiences and their behavior. It is generally defined as the internal relationship through which constitutional elements as a whole can be studied as well as analyzed, which starts right from the sounds to the long text of language. And they are defined on the base of signifier and signified. There are some signs, some symbols of specific language. If we will go through various sounds of birds, animals, we will found binary sounds there. So none of us now know that which were the binary sounds of human being. On the basis of binary sounds, human has created a specific language. Even they have developed various theories of language. They have developed numerous languages, their codes, their symbols, through utterance, through adding some sound structures which starts from sounds, alphabets, words, sentence structure. There are different types of sentence structure which are definitely depend on the behavior, feelings and emotions of a person who want to share his feelings through the language, who want to communicate his feelings, emotions, information and ideas through communication, that is through only language. So signs and symbols are used here. Study of signs and symbol of specific language that is developed by which school, that school is called as a structuralist school of language and literature. According to structuralist, structuralism divides the word into two units, the term deep structure and the surface structures. They were introduced by Noam Chomsky as a part of his work on transformational grammar. They are the visible or observable that he called as a surface structure. In surface structure, it refers to the words, language that we use to represent the deep structure. The next one, the visible or underlining, to which he called as a deep structure. Deep structure refers to concept, thoughts, ideas and feelings that one want to share. Levi Strauss talked about the differences between the deep structure and surface structure. According to Strauss, the deep structure are limited, but there could be infinite number of sentences or surface structure based on the limited deep structure. We applied to literature for the idea which has several fruitful implications. Followers of structuralism argue that innumerable literary works so varied in theme and style and can be strategically reduced to a few deep structure. We can further trace the same deep structure in innumerable other literary works written in different languages or culture. The structuralist says that when we read a new literary work, consequently or unconsciously, we relate it to all other works we have read, and it is on the basis of work relationship to other work that we make sense of what we read. The visible world has all that is seen and feel, the surface phenomenon, and the invisible world, the surface that organize and order these phenomena so that we make sense of them. These structures are created and generated by the human mind. Whatever order we see in the world is the order that our mind which has imposed on it. These structures are innate in us and we project them onto the world outside. Reality is out there, but concepts are generated by the human consciousness to organize the reality. Structures are conceptually framework we use to organize and understand physical entities. As a conceptual system, a structure has its three characteristics. They are as the wholeness, which can be called as system function as a unit. Second one, transformation. A system is a dynamic and capable of changing. Third one, self-regulation. Transformation don't lead beyond the system. Structural linguistics. This discipline was developed by the Swiss linguist Ferdinand de Saussure. Structural linguistics is the discipline which was developed by Swiss linguist Ferdinand de Saussure in his trailblazing work Course in General Linguistics, which is published posthumously in 1915. It was an outcome of a series of lectures delivered at University of Geneva. Saussure began by defining the scope and limits of his study. He proposed a number of distinctions like langue and la parole, synchronic and diachronic analysis, paradigmatic and syntagmatic relations, signifier and signified. According to Saussure, la langue is a suprapersonal system. It is a grammatical system that has potential existence in every mind. It is likened to the receiver of language available to community. La language is the institution called language which is set of impersonal rules and conventional. Language is trans-individual and abstract. It is a storehouse, the sum of words imagined in the mind of individuals. Parole is the actual manifestation of language in speaking. Parole is individual or concrete. It is the utterance of an individual in actual instant. Thus, we can define this term in an easy way. The language which is stored in the human mind can be called as la langue, and the language that we uttered, we speak, the actual use of that stored language of the mind is a parole. Synchronic and diachronic analysis. If the study of language deals with the description of a language at a given point of time, it is called as a synchronic. If the study of language deals with the change that occur in the course of time, that is a history and development over a period of time, called as a diachronic. For example, we can say that the study of language for the time period of 1960s to 1970s, it is called as synchronic study of language. On the other side, if we say that the study of English literature of 19th century, that is called as the study of language in diachronic term of structuralism. The next term he defined as a paradigmatic and syntagmatic relations. Paradigmatic is a vertical arrangement of units in a ladder. The unit may be sound, letter, words and sentences, etc. On the other hand, syntagmatic is the linear management unit in a chain. It can be represented in a diagram that we can say as a tree diagram. Syntagmatic, binary opposition. As said earlier, binary code is the base of any language. It is also mentioned that all linguistic relationships are binary, always in toes, that in two sounds only. For example, p or b at the level of sound statement and the question at the level of syntax. Human or non-human at the level of male. Next term he defined as a signifier and signified. According to Saussure, language is a system of signs and the linguistic sign is a two-sided psychological entity composed of a concept or a sound of image. The relationship or the connection between the signifier and the signified is arbitrary, the oral or the written form of the word and the concept. It represents to have no inherent relationships. It is conventional or social practice that establishes a link between the two sides of linguistic sign, the phonetic and the conceptual. According to Saussure, language is a system of irrelated units and the value of the unit is determined by their place in the system at a given point and a given state. The stress laid on the synchronic study and analysis of language as systematic structure in terms of binary contrast of signifier laid the foundation of modern structure linguistics. According to Saussure, language is a system of interrelated units and the value of units is determined by their place in a system at a given point and at a given state. The stress laid on a synchronic study and analysis of language as a systematic structure in terms of binary contrast of signifier laid the foundation of modern structural linguistics. According to Saussure, there are few fundamental assumptions of structuralism. Structuralism begins with the fundamental assumption that a literary work is a structure and then proceed to unravel the structure. Structuralism was originally developed in linguistics and hence primary a linguistic approach to literature. Structuralism does not attempt to describe the use of language in any specific context. Rather, it considers linguistics as a model to explain other cultural phenomena. In other words, structuralist approach to literature takes linguistics as a module to explain literature. Structuralism is not connected with the meaning of this or that particular literary work, but it begins with inquiry of asking some fundamental questions, as too many as possible at all. It concerns about the condition of the meaning, the system that makes meaning possible. The well-known linguist Ferdinand de Saussure developed some of the most crucial ideas associated with structuralism. Saussure told that the nature of language was arbitrary. Then he distinguished between language and parole. According to Saussure, language is the linguistic system. It is the fundamental system of any particular language. La parole is a specific speech act, a specific linguistic utterance which is directly connected to the practical. Certainly, any language would include both. One cannot think of a language without speech or speech without language. Saussure argued that the proper task of linguistics is the study of la langue. Structuralism is based on two basic assumptions. The first one, social and cultural phenomena don't have essence but are defined by a work of relations, both internal and external. And the second one, there are signs insofar as social and cultural phenomena, including literature, have meaning. The task of structural analysis is to formulate the underlying system of convention which enable cultural object to have meaning for us. Saussure argues that a sign is composed of two parts. The first part is signifier, the second one is signified. The relation between these two is arbitrary. This has serious implication in literary criticism when we think literature as a sign. Thus, structuralism is a primary synchronic study of culture phenomena. It attempts to study different cultural happenings not in a historical but structural or synchronic way. Thus, Saussure doesn't study the historical approach of a language. Further, he tries to demonstrate how language functions in a specific context. Structuralist critics use this term in the same way in literary criticism. For them, there is a clear difference between literary work. For them, there is a clear-cut difference between study of literature, history of literature. Thus, they oppose to the use of biographical or historical method of language and literature in literary criticism. According to them, there are some factors structuralists would analyze or examine. Basically two factors of particular literary work. The first factor, they study that it would see how the different part of work are connected to give its sense of totality of unit. This among us analysis of internal structure of the work. Secondly, and this is a more crucial, it would examine this specific work relation with other similar works. The task of structuralists, no literary work happens in a total isolation. Very work is necessarily caught up in a network of relations, and actually it is these relationships that make a work intelligible and meaningful. As Edgar said, absolutely novelty is unimaginable. The task of structuralist approach to literature is to trace the deep structure of literary work. Next task of structuralism is to explore the internal structure of literary work. Structuralists believe that a work of art is an organic unity, and they try to explore how this unity is achieved in a literary work. There are few principles of structuralism. Some of them are as, according to structuralists, one of the basic principles which structure the human mind. All culture production is the principle of binary opposition. It is the very origin of human perception. The structuralist approach to literature explores how the principle of binary opposition operates as an organizing principle in literary works. Character types in literature can be understood in the light of binary opposition. The system of literature provides with identifiable features of heroes and villains, gods and demons, wise man and stupid man, and so on. Good, evil, light, darkness, beautiful, ugly, nature, culture, man, women, hell, heaven, etc. are some of the commonly used binary oppositions that operate as structural principle in the organization of literary work. Symbols of different types are formed and meaningfully used with the help of these structuring principle. The structuralist approach to literature explores the use of such oppositions in literary work and explains the condition of meaning. As coin has two sides, that is head and tail. Every term has two sides. As structuralism has these benefits to study a language in a depth and to analyze the various periods, times, and different structure of language, it has also some limitations. They are as, one of the charges is that it is a reductive critical practice. The next one, it tries to reduce the complexity of literary work to the level of certain universal structure. It seems for too scientific and the constant use of jargons make it difficult for common reader of criticism. The next one, a substantial charge is that structuralism ignores the temporality or the diachronic dimension of the text in analysis. Even it forgets the fact that a literary work is the creation of an author and the product of a certain historical period. So we cannot deny the study of literary work in a historical way. It turns a blind eye to the socio-political issues that addresses and tries to see the text as manifestation of some universal fixed structure. It looks at the literary work as a finished product and ignores the productive dynamism of the text. This has caused several radical revisions in this approach. A new critical school called post-structuralism emerged in 1970s, attempting to rectify some of the mistakes of structuralism. Thus, the language which is used by different periods, different eras, different culture and different purpose can be divided in different heads, and their study which will start from binary sound to the long text that may be poem, that may be epic, that may be drama, that may be novel, but it will start from binary codes. Then it is converted to the sounds. Sounds are converted into alphabets. Alphabets are converted into words. Words are converted into phrases. Phrases are converted into idioms. After the idioms and phrases, sentence pattern is there. Sentence structure is there. There are different types of sentences that may be exclamatory, that may be interrogative, that may be affirmative, that may be negative. It totally depends on the emotions and feelings that the speaker or writer want to share. Later, the sentences are converted into paragraphs. Paragraphs may be into essays, that may be in the short stories, short jokes, that may be in the novels, one act play, dramas, and the process goes on. But the base of it is starts from binary code, and that is studied under the intellectual moment of structuralism. Thanks a lot.